This meeting here. We had like a commercial home. Yeah, home with both are in person. We are meeting first time. ये अपने काफी सारा टैलेंट्स में आया है नॉट रियल तो बता देते हैं बट दैट्स अ बिग थिंग और वरुण को जानते हैं वरुण को जानते हैं वीकेंड सब आए हैं सब वो भी आया हुआ है
अंदर ही है
It's really he's the younger brother so your younger brother always give the best
Oh my God! It's been ages. How have you been?
Good. Yeah.
Okay, great. Nice.
This is Yogesh. This is you. We are hanging out with
Okay. Great. I'm from Superdry.
She's a country head. She's a country head in Superdry. Sorry, I didn't know.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Yes. It's on the golf course extension road. By Reliance.
Okay. In terms of phone or
This place is nice. I've been here before also.
Is it? For her it was easier because she's been here before.
Yeah, I've been here. I've been here on 2-3 occasions.
Okay. It's a lovely place.
No, it's lovely place and it's quite open and very nice.
Very
I've
nice
been to
venue.
that, I made sure that everybody in the office has coffee. But yeah.
Always supercharged.
Okay, great.
Great personality here. Great personality. We'll be in the sunshine.
Yeah.
दे दो सबको दे दो ठीक है हम आ गए हैं ना दिल्ली
कैसा लुक क्यों स्माइल सर थैंक यू
अरे जी मैं के लिए नहीं लेगा
सिर्फ के लिए है वो तो पहले था हमारे
ठीक है वैसे सारी मंत्री जी से 11:30 तक है
मार्ग सही से देखिए प्लीज थैंक यू आइज ब्लिंक
हो जाता है वही मेरा
फिर से हो थैंक यू
सब लोग आ गए
बिल्कुल
चल रहे हैं
हाँ उनको बुला दें मैं मुसाफिर तस्वीर कर रहा हूँ
अच्छा
विक्रम जी
और मुझे बताओ ना मुझे कुछ चेक
हाँ
सही से देखिए स्माइल थैंक यू
नमस्कार अभी और गेस्ट का फॉलो अच्छी है लाजू गुरु जी नमस्कार नमस्कार बहुत अच्छा लगा
प्राइस में डायलॉग कहते हैं इसकी वजह से
नहीं नाम ठीक
one picture look here One more. Sir, please picture. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
चलो जाती बेटी
नमस्कार नमस्कार जी क्या हाल है आपके आ जाओ आ जाओ
टेक्सटाइल मिनिस्ट्री
कितने दिन हो गए
There's one small area which is getting that much education, medical help, and it still has some facilitating the legal help.
Very good. That's a great thing. Great thing.
Ranjit, please come. Navidita, where is Navidita?
चेयरमैन भी थे
Navidita, come.
और संजूम देखिए ऐसा है बल्कि से ही पर मुलाकात में फोटो भी जो ये जब प्राइम मिनिस्टर की जब
They also doing very
Mr. Rafael is from Sukucha.
Remember who है? Good, good, good.
कुमकुम जी मिट्टी बहुत है नंदा जी ने कई बार इसका अनावरण भी किया है तो
अभी हम सर आपसे मुलाकात भी होती है मुलाकात जी की पार्टी में सर भी थे आप भी थे
history director and he's again the and he's also helping us a lot. So, Madam, she's a daughter of Chandra. Good to see you.
Mrs. Monali, the daughter of retired General V.K. Singh, and we would welcome you, ma'am, again. Personally, this is a welcome to all the galaxy of dignitaries over here. Then we have Mr. H.K.L. Maggu, Chairman, AEPC, sorry. Then we have Mr. Vikram Pandita, COP, Asia Head, Next PIC. Then again, we have another dignitary present over here. We have Dr. Arvind Singh, Director, Ministry of Defense. We welcome you all over here. And so, let's begin with the lamp lighting ceremony. With all of you, I would like to welcome Mr. and Mrs. Jha over there near the lamp, so that you all shall be invited.
ऑडियंस लाइक
माइक पे बोलो
Vikram ji. Jaji. Please.
आइए
Can we have a huge round of applause for them?
Arvindji.
It is needless to say, for me as well, let's begin with the Pushpanjali. That means the Ganesh Vandana that we have prepared. We have Tanya. So, can we have a huge round of Wow. Saying only, you people have already started clapping. That's so nice. Now, what I wanted to say after seeing her is, she's a kid. I just wanted to check her class, in which class she is studying. And she's in just 9th standard. And see how beautifully she has got training of this dance, classical dance, where even a single step, if not performed correctly, the whole music is spoiled. So this is what the school has been doing, the institution where she is performing, for which she is performing, the institution has been doing, and she herself has been doing. This is the confidence. So, thank you so much for the clapping. Now we have Shiv Tandav, showing something which is very grave, which is very serious, as we know about the Shiv Tandav. So, without wasting time, let me inform you that again, this Shiv Tandav has been performed by Devanshi and Neetu. Again, the two girls from Columbia Foundation Senior Secondary School. Now, again, they are going to have semi-classical form of dance, which is a fusion. And see how beautiful their expressions are. And what gracious they are, that they are trying to give you a kind of representation that this is also a kind of Shiv Tandav in accordance with another form of music. So let's welcome the two girls on stage with a huge round of applause.
मन का मस्त मलंग वो अपने उनका अंतर्ज्ञानी सर्वज्ञ स्वाभिमानी जिनके है महाविनाशी ओंकार है इसी की वाणी इसी की वाणी इसी की वाणी भांगत पूरा बेल का पत्ता तीनों लोग इसी की सत्ता विष पीकर भी अडिग अमर है महादेव हर हर है जपता वही शून्य है वही इकाई वही शून्य है वही इकाई वही शून्य है वही इकाई जिसके भीतर बसा शिवाय भुजंगतुंगमालिकाभुजंगमण्डमण्डमन्निनादवड्डमर्वयं चकार चण्डताण्डवं तनोतु शिवम 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 जटाकटाह सम्भ्रम भ्रमन् निलिम्ब निर्झरी विलोल वीचि वल्लरी विराजमान मोहरी ज्वलल्ललाट पट्ट पावके किशोर चन्द्रशेखरे रति प्रशिक्षणम् जटाभुजंग पिंगल स्फुरत्फणामणि प्रभा कदम्ब कुङ्कुमद्रव प्रलिप्त दिग्वधूमुखे मदान्त सिन्धुर स्फुरत्वगुत्तरीय मेधुरे मनो विनोदमद्भुतं बिभर्तु भूतभर्तरे ॐ नमः शिवाय सदा शिवं भजाम्यहं सदा शिवं भजाम्यहम् ॐ नमः
Wow. I wanted to say so many things, but just one thing which I want to say now is actually ye hai jalwa, isn't it? You saw two girls performing separately, and then suddenly when two came together, now I was having goosebumps. I don't know if you people felt or not. The goosebumps and the thumping, the way they were jumping, the way their performance, the thumbs, every thump had a kind of impact on my standing over here. So I was feeling the goosebumps. Now, going ahead, I would now like to invite Mrs. Alpana Jha, the Vice President, ADA, to give her welcome note, right? Over to Alpana ma'am now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. A warm welcome to our honorable chief guest, Madam Monali, our guest of honors, guests from industries, and dear students. We welcome you on the celebration of annual day of Aided NGO, Vyom 2. A step ahead. We are extremely thrilled to have with us Madam Monali, daughter of External Affairs Minister General V.K. Singh, this extraordinary personality does not need any introduction at all. We have made our society proud with all the great endeavors taken over time. Thank you, Ma'am Monali. AIDER gives a special thanks to our supportive associates who are visibly doing tremendously wonderful teamwork with us. AIDER wants to applaud and welcome to Mr. H.K.L. Maguji, Chairman AEPC, a philanthropist and a great person who is focusing on sustainable development and welfare of the underprivileged children and provide safe environment to them. Kapas Hera Daycare Center is the first center for all-round development of the underprivileged children of working home workers under the umbrella of Mr. Marg chairmanship. Sir, this is a big help for the migrant textile home workers. Thank you much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for believing in us. Now we are extremely grateful to a visionary who is also an exceptional human being. His wisdom, values, and beliefs continue to guide us on every avenue of working experience. Yes, we are talking about Mr. Vikram Pandita, COP, Asia Pacific Head of Next PLC. Next PLC is a big name of fashion garment international brand, and we feel very much blessed as Mr. Pandita is constantly helping our home workers and enable them to get employment. He is our support system. AIDER is running a play school, computer center with the help of his bountiful vision. We are grateful to Mr. Pandita for his unconditional support. Around 2,500 home workers are associated with AIDER as beneficiaries at Badarpur Center. We are also thankful to Mr. Varun Chaudhary, whose invincible evident vision has been strongly holding the hand of AIDER. He is enhancing humanity through his constant support for underprivileged children of home workers and textile workers. Now we are grateful to Mrs. Chandrima Chatterjee also, advisor in AEPC. She designed, sketched and given a shape of Kapas Hera Play School Center. Her help is genuinely valued. At Kapas Hera, we provide free education, meals and medical facilities to support poor home workers and their children at our center. Now the school has grown so much within the first year of its inception that we feel motivated and encouraged to continuously innovate and add new options to further strengthen the growing community. Now paying our kind regards to Mr. Amit Gupta, the director of Pearl Apparels. We are running our tuition center at Badarpur with the support of Pearl Apparels. Whenever we are in need, he always there to support us. Thank you, Amit ji. We are really grateful to Mrs. Nivedita, the country manager, and Mr. Raphael, ethical manager, Superdry, and Mr. Ranjeev, senior manager, Mark Spencer, for their motivation and valuable guidance. We at AIDER wish to express our thanks to Mr. A.R. Rahman of TCNS. We sincerely wish to appreciate his graceful, noble action. He has gifted us stitching machines for skill development. It's time to say thanks to Mr. Rahman for excellent vision and values. We are also extremely grateful to Mr. Anshuman Bhattacharya from Impulse for his kind support. Now, Mr. AIDER would like to thank Mr. Harish Kumar Premi and Mr. Prem, Managing Director, partners of Asiana Construction Private Limited. We salute positivity of his heart as he has donated sweaters to all the poor children of our Kapas Hera Center. Mr. Harish Premi made a big place in the heart of these kids with a warm hug. We are highly obliged to Mrs. Mrs. Deep Shikha, of the principal of Columbia Foundation School, Vikaspuri, for given unconditional support to our NGO. In her institution, she has been promoting the support for those underprivileged children who has no ability but need medical help and other facilities. So only few people have her to provide, and she is one of those people. We are also grateful to Mr. D. Rajeshwar Rao, our legal director. He's a Supreme Court lawyer. He has been associated with AIDA with devotion, and his legal aid help us in many ways. Mr. Rakesh Khurana, ex-Deputy Director General of Income Tax Department, has been contributing immensely as a mentor in AIDA. His gesture is genuinely appreciable. He has been helping us to inculcate good values and ethics in our children. Empathy and hope are the brickwork of the future of our NGO children. AIDA is a human rights group where we work for women empowerment. We advocate, perform, reform, and transform. Mr. Neeraj Gupta is a sparkle in the lives of these poor girls who are studying with us, and he is guiding us. Mr. Gupta is ex-general manager and presently working as consultant vigilance in National Projects Construction Limited. He's a ray of hope for students. Mr. Gupta has been associated with us since 2016. He is an unstoppable achiever and caregiver. Many thanks to Mr. Neeraj Gupta. AIDA Next team working together and trying to bring tangible improvement in the condition of home workers and the children by providing them computer education, academic coaching center, legal awareness, free medical aid. We're providing them counseling sessions, motivational classes, self-defense classes, conduct different kinds of workshops, organize events and rallies on burning issues. AIDA is providing platform to all those underprivileged children to where they are coming. We would also like to welcome Mr. Alok Jha, Custom Commissioner, Mr. Arvind Singh, Director, Ministry of Defense, Mr. Aryan Jha, Chief General Manager, BSNL, Dr. Madhu Pant, Ex-Director, Bal Bhavan, New Delhi. Thank you very much for giving us your precious time from your busy schedule. I wish all of you a very happy New Year 2019. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving ahead. Yes, I am surprised to know I hardly knew about AIDA few months back. As I got familiar with the institution, I got to know it does so many things. Just to see and to know some more things about AIDA, we have a short film about AIDA as an NGO, what it works and how does it work.
And their family in the community. We do this through well-planned and comprehensive program in health, education and livelihoods. 2,500 homes are registered with us for little works and also provide free package of services. We also teach self-defense, art and craft and social education. Our overall goal is the empowerment of women and girls from poor and marginalized community, leading to improvement in their lives and livelihoods. AIDA Next project supported by Next PLC UK. We are indeed grateful to Next PLC UK for financial support which help us to serve the underprivileged community. No child and woman shall be deprived from their basic rights in society.
And I am project head of AIDA Next project in Badarpur area. I am managing all the office out here.
My name is Raki. I am studying in 9th class in AIDA NGO. Before coming to AIDA NGO, I had no about Aided NGO. Before coming Aided NGO, I didn't know about computer. How can I use computer? But after coming Aided NGO, I know many things about computer like Notepad, WordPad, MS Word and Excel. And in Aided NGO, there are many facilities for us like drama, theatre and music classes, dancing classes and yoga. Thank you so much.
This is Sapna. I am working as a supply chain manager in Aided home working project in Madhapur. I am managing the whole supply chain system of Next, coordinating between factory, contractor and home workers in Madhapur area, especially monitoring the purchase order system and passbooks. We have 2,500 beneficiaries in Madhapur area and Aided is taking the responsibility to facilitate these beneficiaries. Thank you so much Aided Next project to give us this great platform to work. Thank you.
I am associated with Aided from last year. I think people who work Aided, I personally visited the place and found that they are working a lot for the society, especially underprivileged persons and especially the girl child.
Hello, I am Hindu. I am a contractor. I am working with Auditorium Next. I am working over the last 3 years. My working in under the 1,000 ladies working with me. And so this introducing these ladies. तो सरस्वती आप बताओ आपको कैसा लगता है काम करके? मुझे ये काम करके बहुत अच्छा लगता है। आपको एडर से क्या क्या सुविधाएं मिलती हैं? मुझे एडर से एक तो मैं कंप्यूटर सीखती हूँ वहाँ पे और मेडिकल कैंप लगता है।
मेरा नाम सीता झा है और मुझे एडर एनजीओ से ये सुविधा मिलती है। उन्होंने एडमिशन करवाया है, बच्चे को ब्रेकफास्ट और लंच दोनों मिलते हैं और अच्छे से बच्चा सीख भी रहा है और मुझे भी कंप्यूटर सीखने का मौका मिला है एडर एनजीओ से और कम से कम दिन में 30-35 प्लेसमेंट बनाने को मिल जाते हैं जिससे मुझे मंथली 5 से 6 हज़ार इनकम हो जाती है जो मैं बच्चों पे और घर में यूज़ करती हूँ। सो थैंक यू एडर एनजीओ।
Can we have a huge round of applause? Been putting so far, so long, isn't it? Now, before we move ahead, there is a video message which I wanted to personally inform you all about, and it is from Mr. Chris, who is a global COP head, UK, Next PLC. So let's see the message as well.
Good evening to all of our friends and colleagues at ADA. I'm really proud to be able to speak to you this evening from the UK on the occasion of your annual day over at ADA. Next are proud to be associated with ADA and everything that is done for all of those people in the community that you help, especially the fact that the support is aimed at young women and those in the community that are looking to better themselves and to have opportunities in life. We absolutely wish to continue our support and have pride in supporting all of you at ADA. And last year we were very, very happy to come along and look at and see the wonderful fashion show and the dances and the cultural approach that you take and the happiness that that gives to those who you are working with and helping, and also the fact that we at Next are able to have the opportunity to be able to spend time and spend the partnership with you all. So to all of the staff and to all of the people who lead ADA, as well as the teams from Next who I know spend time there working and supporting you, I'd like to wish you all the very best for your day today and look forward to being able to see you very soon back in Delhi. So it's a very good evening from us here in a very cold and damp evening in the UK, and I just wish that we could be there with you to share this evening. Cheers. Good night.
Thank you so much. Moving ahead, may I now...
Side se.
Please give them a huge round of applause. May I request, ma'am, may I request you to please address the audience?
A very good morning to all of you present here. I'd like to take this moment to applaud ADA for all the good work they are doing. Although my father, General V.K. Singh, was supposed to be present here today, but due to some commitments of the MEA, he wasn't able to come. I'd like to extend greetings from his side to ADA for all the hard work they are putting in the social sector. And I would also take this opportunity to thank each one of you to be part of this process, ongoing process at social work. Thank you so much.
We would request you to, ma'am, be here, please, because very soon we are going to begin with the award ceremony. So, as we are beginning with it, the award of excellence for 2019, number 1, is presented to Mr. Vikram Pandita, Next PLC, United Kingdom. May I now request sir to come on stage? This award is for appreciating Sir for his efforts in community development program and empowerment of textile workers. Next, I would like to request Mr. Arvind Rai, Modlama Exports Limited, Apparel Exports Promotion Council, in appreciation for an initiative of daycare center for underprivileged working mothers. Next award is presented to Mr. Amit Gupta, Pearl Apparel. Next we have Mr. Amit Gupta from Pearl Apparel in appreciation for women empowerment. Next, I would like to request Mr. A. Rahman to come on stage. Sir is from TCNS for the providing technical support to the underprivileged community. It's very important to provide the support which one needs. Without support, we are nothing. We are nowhere. Next, we have Mr. Harish Premi and Mr. Prem, the managing partners as they are from Star Ashiana Construction Private Limited, in appreciation for the welfare of children. Next, I would like to call Mrs. Deepshikha Dandu on stage for the award. Ma'am is from Columbia Foundation School, so may I take the pleasure to take the award?
Alka Nijavan ma'am, you can also come. Alka ma'am, backstage.
It's an amazing feeling to get an award, right? So, yeah, next, moving ahead, we have Mrs. Sugandha Rao in appreciation for Best Community Volunteer. Do we have Mrs. Sugandha Rao over here? Thank you. Now,
she is the daughter of Mr. D. Rajeshwar Rao and Madam Savita Rao. So they are really proud parents. Let's clap them a big hand. Just give them a round of applause.
May I call them on stage?
If they are in the audience, please.
If they are present over here.
It's a request, humble request.
So the efforts never go waste. Here is an example. Please give them a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. Next in the list, we have Mr. Rakesh Khurana. And sir is awarded in appreciation for an initiative to educate underprivileged children. It's a very important thing to get educated. One who cannot afford it would understand the importance. Then, may I now request Mr. Neeraj Gupta for his efforts in social awareness program. Again, very important to be aware. Next Award of Excellence 2019 has been presented to Mr. Rafael Jose in appreciation for an initiative for ethical practice in the industries. We have now Mr. Ranjeev Sharma, Mr. Ranjeev Sarma, if I am wrong, the surname, Mr. Ranjeev Sarma, Mark Spencer, in appreciation for awareness program for gender equality. Thank you, sir. And sorry for the mispronunciation of the name. Right. Next, last but not the least, we have Mrs. Alpana Jha for her best, amazing efforts she has been putting over here with this institution. May I have a huge round of applause? Mrs. Alpana Jha. I did not want to mention that ma'am is the president, vice president of ADA, NGO Society, but then ma'am is, so there is no point hiding it. Next we have Dr. Praveen Rexwal. May I now call sir on stage for his medical help for deprived community. Is sir here? Next, may I now call Madam Kumkum Jha over here on the stage for her beautiful efforts in literature. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir. To tell you that it's not only dance, music, or other forms of music, maybe, which are very effective or which can be performed on the stage. To show us something more, and just now, just a few minutes back, we had a prize for literature as well. So let's see what is poetry recitation. And for this, I would like to call Adya, a student from Columbia Foundation School to recite a poem on soldiers. Rest, she would be enough what she would be saying about the poems, about the poetry recitation. So may I request her on stage?
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I am here to recite a poem titled as Just a Simple Soldier, composed by A. Lawrence Vancott. This poem describes the struggle of the army soldiers that they face all during their lives, but still, even after their death, they do not receive the recognition and the respect that they deserve. It is a tribute to all the soldiers out there. He was getting old and paunchy. He was getting old and paunchy, with his hair falling fast. He sat around a legion, telling stories of his past. Yes, stories of his past. Of a war that he had fought in, of a war that he had fought in, and the deeds that he had done. In his exploits with his buddies, they were heroes. They were heroes, everyone. But we won't hear his tales any longer, for he has passed away. And the world is a little poorer, for a soldier died today. A soldier died today. He won't be mourned by many. He won't be mourned by many, just his daughter and his wife. For he lived a very simple and ordinary sort of life. He held a job, raised a family, quietly going on his way. But the world won't note his passing, though a soldier died today. A soldier died today. When our politicians die, their bodies lie in state. Thousands note their passing and proclaim that they were great. Papers tell of their life stories from the time that they were young. But the passing of a soldier remains unnoticed and unsung. Is the greatest contribution to the welfare of our land some jerk who breaks his promises and cons his fellow man, or the ordinary soldier who, in the times of war and strife, goes off to serve his country and offers up his own life? The politician's stipend and the style in which he lives is sometimes disproportionate to the service that he gives. While the ordinary soldier who offered up his all is paid off with a medal and perhaps a pension too small. Should you really find yourself in danger? With your enemies at hand? Would you really want some cop-out with the politician's ever-baffling stand? Or you want a soldier who has sworn to defend his home, his skin, and the country. And would fight until the end. For when countries are in conflict, then we realize the soldier's part is to clean all the trouble that our politicians start. If we can't give him honor while he was here to hear the praise, then at least let's give him homage during the ending of his days. Perhaps, just a simple headline in the paper that might say, our country is in mourning, for a soldier died today. Our country is in mourning, for a soldier died today. For a soldier died today. Thank you.
Yes, sometimes we forget perhaps the efforts the soldiers are putting to save our country. However, not every time, like the kind of poetry I was listening to, I got reminded of everything we have seen and every time we have been saved. So, yes. On this note, moving ahead again, may I now request Mr. H.K.L. Maggu, Chairman EPC, and to felicitate Sir, may I request Mr. Rajeshwar Rao and Mr. V.K. Jha to come on stage. Thank you so much, sir. Before, sir goes down and again takes his seat, I would request him to please speak something.
Good morning, friends. In fact, I had a little bad throat, and I requested Mr. Jha my absence, but he said, no, you have to come. So I really have an honor to be present in this function. Friends, our AEPC and Adler, we had a partnership started in the March 2018 when we started working together for setting up a daycare center at Kapasera. Garment exporters, 70%, 65 to 70% are the ladies who are involved in the manufacturing or checking or inspection of the garments. And their children, when they leave children at home, this is a great initiative by Adler that they are having a daycare also, when their parents can earn a living for them and their children get education. Not only the education, they teach them musical, they teach them, they have a personality development. So it's a great effort of Adlers that they are doing this job, and which is again free of cost. So I have all kind of appreciation for Adlers in association with the Next PLC. Next is the brand, they also started in Badarpur, and I have seen the Badarpur is doing a great, I think a lot of children are getting education there, they are having a personality development, and after that, I'm sure they learn not only the computers, but they will get the job. And from my side, I assure you, Mr. Jha, wherever you have students who have passed out AEPC, not only AEPC, at my own level, I will say to it that for placement of the jobs, you are always welcome. We have, with Marks and Spencer also tied up the Gender Equality Program, which is again a great initiative. You know, the ladies, since they were involved in our business, they were earlier feeling shy of having complaints or talking with the management. But after this program which Marxist Mr. started, things are becoming very simpler. Ladies are coming in the front. And not only that, rather we have seen that they are the managers and the supervisors headed by the ladies only. So with big clap for the ladies also who are involved in this. And also, what we have done is, we have tied up with the ILO, International Labour Organization also, for the, the management. We have done a member of our understanding whereby we have a good practices in this trade. So I'm thankful to International Labour Organization also who are coming forward. But in the last, I have appealed to all the society people that they should come forward. This is a good cause, noble cause, and nobody should shirk behind. With these words, I would like to again say thanks very much, Mr. Jha, and for doing this great job. Thanks a lot.